back to Smokin' Jay's Garage. You may have seen the video I did on the Henry Model X in 44 Magnum. Absolutely loved the gun, so we went ahead and we got it in 4570 as well. We have it in 357 also, but today we're going to show you the 4570. Now I've got my bipod on here and I've got my suppressor on here, and we are going to try this out. I've shot this gun a couple of times before. I actually got kicked out of the range last time that I was filming because I was in an indoor range, and they said we were making too much noise. So today we have the can on it, and we have 410 grain subsonic. So I think they're going to be relatively quiet. Now that was the indoor range we got kicked out of. We actually talked to the manager after we got kicked out, and he let us back in. So we may show you some of the footage from that because I was intending to do that video indoors. But let's give this a shot. We're going to load this up, and I have not yet shot the subsonic, so we're going to give it a shot. This gun is going to hold 6+1. The only thing that I do not like about this Model X, I wish that the sights were a little bit higher. I have a 46 caliber can on there so that I can shoot it with my 4570, my 44 Magnum, my 454 Casull, my 357, all those bigger bore rounds I can shoot with, and it is just a little bit bigger around than what the sights are. It's difficult to gauge because you're just catching the bottom of the sight with the top of the can, so it's a little bit harder to aim with that. I wish that the sights were just a tiny bit higher. 6+1, as I mentioned, is what this gun holds, and compared to the Rossi that we were shooting earlier today, this gun is just so much smoother, smoother, doesn't jam, just way nicer action. And I had my earplugs in, so I can't tell for sure, but that sounded pretty quiet. Also, compared to the 454 Casull, this heavier load with the subsonic, so heavier bullet, lighter load. Only about half the recoil of a 454 Casull. Let's go check out our target and see if we were able to hit anything with that suppressor in the way.
See right here, one right there, one right there.
All right, I got either 3 or 4 of them right here.
I'm thinking maybe 3.
And then some of those kind of off there. I'm gonna blame that on the wind. What do you think?
Wind.
Yeah, we'll just say that was the wind. I probably jerked those or something like that, because you can see the gun itself shoots pretty good even with me behind it. I'm going to do my best to give you a look at what I can see through those sights. Hopefully I get you lined up here fairly good. We don't have anybody else at the range here, so we're going to keep the weapon pointed down range, but we are going to be a little sideways here, but we don't have anybody over there, so we're good to go that way. I don't know if I'm getting the right angle there. I love the sights. They work good, they look good, but they are just a little bit lower than what I'd really prefer them to be to clear the top of that suppressor. If I had a smaller suppressor, I bought, like I said, it's a 46 caliber. Smaller one maybe would work better, but wouldn't quiet it down nearly as much. So let's throw some full loads in there. We're going to throw some 325 grain. These are Lever Revolution. I know that these have a lot more recoil. We're gonna load up a couple of these, and we'll send these downrange for you. Yeah, those definitely had a little more kick to them, which we knew they would. That's fine. A little bit more volume to them, I think. Did those sound a little louder to you?
Yeah.
A little bit louder. It's hard to gauge what they're going to sound like on the camera because the GoPro oftentimes when it hears a really loud noise, if there's a consecutive one very shortly thereafter, it will muffle that one a little bit so that it doesn't be too loud. So a lot of times you'll hear one loud shot and then you'll hear quieter ones afterwards, and it's just because the GoPro itself has muffled that sound down a little bit if they're too close together. So if you wait long enough, then it'll revert back to like real volume. So let's take the can off if it's not too hot. We're good to go. We're gonna take the can off and we're gonna give you a couple of real shots. I always put my thread protector back on, even if I'm only going to do a couple rounds, and then put my suppressor back on because I don't want to get those threads get those threads messed up or anything. I'm going to throw in a 325.
Another one?
And then give me a 410. So we're going to do a regular. No, wrong bullet. These over here. We're going to do a 325. We're going to do a subsonic 410. We'll do another 325 and another subsonic 410. And we'll see how that goes. Do you want to shoot it?
No. No.
Now I have no excuse for not hitting anything because I can actually see my sight. I misjudged that first round because I had loaded the heavier round first. Heavy, light, and then obviously wasn't thinking. When we chambered it, we chambered that light one first, so I was expecting a lot more recoil. That was really nice that first time.
The tiny one's a lot louder.
Yeah, the one's kind of louder, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's go down range and see if we hit anything. Otherwise, we're going to have to blame it on the wind. With the suppressor on, you can see my my group over here. Not a very good group and not on the bullseye. Again, like I said, the bullseye was hard to see because that suppressor did cover it up. Not a horrible, a little bit high probably because I was aiming a little bit high, I'm guessing, because of the way my sight picture looked. So we got her not horrible. A little bit of practice, a little less jerking, and yeah, we'd have her in there pretty good. The gun itself shoots really, really nice. Very smooth. As you can see, even with me behind it, even jerking that trigger once in a while. And we're getting, if we were shooting at, let's say we're trying to put that in a deer, I mean, yeah, we might be 3 inches off, but we still got a kill shot. So the gun itself is a good gun. I like it.